How's everybody doing tonight? Apologies. One, I'm starting late. Two, didn't finish this Ricola yet, which I've been having lately to, I don't know, protect my throat, I guess. I see that we're within 100 pages of finishing, 100 pieces of finishing this. And if you look at the pages, the next page shows a hand pressing on a key. So we're getting close. So, well, we're still far enough away for a prediction to be worth something. I was thinking of something today regarding this player piano function. I think maybe it'd be easier to see from this side. Yeah. See those pins there? So here's the player piano with its 8 slots. And here's the 8 pins that connect to the hammers, and there's like a space in between. So I was thinking, it's probably really easy. You just put like sticks in there, and then you turn this, or probably, which way would you turn it? I'm not sure yet. But one way or another, you turn this, and those sticks are going to hit those hammers, and the hammers are going to hit, well, they're not there yet. Right. So we need to set up the actual musical instrument part of this. Not there yet. What is this that just like fell off? Some like wood chip. I don't know where it came from, but it's gone now. So I was thinking, originally, like on day 1, I think I predicted it would take 9 episodes. But we got such a late start today that it seems unlikely we'll finish today. But let's see. There's still a lot of pieces here. I mean, what are all these pieces, you know? There's a lot of pieces we haven't installed yet. But there's a lot that we have. I just hit the microphone, sorry. There's still this big rubber band we haven't used yet. Why does that camera seem so close today? Do I need to like zoom back? Let me try something here. I think these cameras, like, if this zooms out, I'm holding up the remote and about to press a button. Okay, yeah, it didn't have any effect. Let me try zooming in. Okay, yeah, zoom in works. No zoom out. Okay, so I don't know why it seems so zoomed in to me, but I guess I'm wrong. I guess it's not. Alright, so still some major pieces we haven't used yet. For example, the keys. The actual musical part. But what we do have is these hammers that are going to hit the you know, I'm saying keys. I think these are the keys. Oh, these are the hammers. I don't know what you call this part of the xylophone, the part that you hit that makes the music. Embarrassingly, I don't know. Oh, emojis. Oh, okay. This is a new thing. I can like emoji your chats. If you post something in chat, I could do like an emoji. Let me see if I can get you a view of that. No, you can't see it. It's slightly off the screen to the right. Where you can see I have the screen here, and the chat is on the right. And there's a new thing. Maybe it was always there, but basically I can add emojis to whatever you post in chat. So if that comes up, I'll do it. Anyway, we should start building. So page 45, I guess. There it is. There's page 45. It shows a human hand. I don't know what that's all about. And by the way, it shows it before it shows any building. Like, the first thing we're supposed to do on page 45 is apparently press down on the D key. So let's just get that done. All right, what's going to happen? Wow, something did happen. I don't know if that's like... Let me do that again. All right, so the D key is right here. Do you see that? So, the C key didn't work. But the D key does work. E works, F sort of works, sort of breaks. G works, A works, D works, C works. Why doesn't the first C work? Well, the first C worked, but it didn't come back. I don't know what's going on with that. I'll have to look into that key. But, you know, the only one they said to test was D, and that seems to be working. Kind of want to look from underneath. Let's try that C and see what's going on. Was it this C? I don't know. They're both working now. I don't know what was the problem before. Everything's working now. All right. Let's continue on with the build. So the first instruction on page 45 was to test the keys. We tested them. They worked. Ura. All right. So let's move on here. 87, 288s, and an 89. What are we building there? Is that going to be a shelf for one of those xylophone musical instrument parts? Anyway, 4 pieces, 498. We're going to enter the 500 soon. This only has 573 pieces, so we're getting there. Will we get there tonight? I don't know. Probably not, but we're getting somewhere. These are 98s, but are they? Or are these 86s? These are 86s. Oh my goodness. Well, we need 89. Wait, no, those are 98s. Oh my goodness. I had it wrong. They're 98s because this is 69. Wait, is that 69? Well, that's 69 from any direction, but look at that. I know you're thinking could be a 58, but that's definitely an 85. So that makes that a 69. And this a 98. Basically, we're just wasting our time here. There's no 87, 88, or 89, which is what we need. There's 96 up here. There's 96. Or is it a 96? Yeah, that's a 96 either direction. 98's down here. Yeah, I'm just wasting your time. Sorry. Let's check another board. Let's see what we got here. There's the 89. So this is not going to be like a ×8 or anything. Looks like these are kind of unique pieces. I see the two... is that 288s or 188? That's 188. So there's the second 88. All right, there's the 288s. I don't like to give too much information about my work because I just think they have a lot of rules about social media. But I'll just mention I had a job that involves the sort of co-president of the company. It's like deputy president or something like that. And I had to look up her information in like the company bio to set up this account, like computer account for her. And everyone has a bio. And I look up her bio. And she went to college, the same college at the same time as my oldest son. And it made me feel like, well, I guess I haven't been that ambitious at work. If like the company president went to college with my son, and then I'm clearly was not very aggressive. But I always think like, I always sort of forgive myself because, I mean, I knew that working at a law firm and not being a lawyer, So I just gave some information away there. I sort of knew that I was never going to be president of the company or even partner. So, but at the other hand, is that like an excuse for not being like successful? Do I need to work harder and just, well, I do, but I just can't. It's just impossible to achieve it at work. I'm not a lawyer, and it's a law firm. So maybe that's one of the reasons why I do live streams and graphic novels, because it's just like something that I could do. What some people do in my position, they open up a vendor. And actually those people usually end up becoming millionaires. Maybe when I retire, I'll open a vendor. For some reason, I feel like until my kids' like college is paid for, I'm kind of stalling here because I can't find the piece 87. Like, I have all the boards out. Like, what am I not doing here? Is it one of those pieces that fell out earlier and it's now sitting in this box over here? Because I know that happened a few times. No, I don't see it. All right. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go back to the instruction book. And we're going to see what 87 is supposed to, what board it's on. Because then we can just check that board. Okay, it's board 5. We were looking right at it. So apparently we were looking right at it. This board, right? This looks like board 5. Okay. This is board 5. Why do I not? Oh, it's just a much bigger piece than I was expecting it to be. So this big piece here is 87. There's a 91 inside of it. We'll have to punch that out. Yeah, this whole circle gets punched out. Yeah, I don't know why I couldn't see that piece, but for whatever reason, I couldn't, I couldn't see it. What can I tell you? I was too busy worrying about my lack of a career. So I was talking about my son going into computers and, maybe he would do the same job as me. I guess I would advise him not to. Like if he could work maybe for a video game company or start his own company. It's just impossible, You work at a professional company and you don't do the profession that company does, and it's just, you're never going to get that feeling. You can like make a salary, and that's nice, but you're never going to get that feeling of like doing something crucial. Like, for example, if you worked for the Yankees, it's important to be like the pitching coach or the equipment manager or the guy who manages the field, like I don't know what that's called, like the guy who orders the baseball bats, the grounds crew. I mean, those are important jobs. I think you even can get in the Hall of Fame as like a manager or an umpire. But everyone knows that the players are the ones playing the game. I mean, it doesn't matter if you could be the batting practice pitcher, you could be the bullpen catcher, but like everyone knows who's on the team and who's not. And if you're not on the roster, you're not on the team. And that's just the way it is. So I guess I would advise people that if they care about that sort of thing, then they should go to a job where they can be that person. Because for some people, they don't care. They're like, I just want to punch in at 9, punch out at 5, and make my pension, whatever, fill up my 401k. Those people probably don't care. But if you do care, then you should do it. But that's not the actual topic of today. If you remember, while we're doing this model, we have a theme, and that's self-education. I'm going to get to the first point on that in a minute. I just want to advance to page 46 first, because building this little doodad was the only thing we did on page 45. So page 46, we're finally going to deal with that rubber band. We're also going to deal with piece 90, and we're going to cut up the rubber band. Like, did we just take this rubber band Holy crap. The only point to this rubber band is cutting it up. Wow. Okay. Anyway, that's what we're going to do. We're going to cut up the rubber band into, what is that, 15 millimeter sections. And then I'm not really sure what's going to happen. They're going to, like, I don't know, be like a buffer or something. Honestly, it's probably not even that important. But whatever. We're going to put the rubber bands there. So piece 90 and two 15 millimeter sections of rubber band, that's 3 pieces. Now, the great news about that is we're now up to 501 pieces out of only 573. So we're in the home stretch. So remember this puzzle, for example, if you look here, there's a lot of repetitive pieces here. And this puzzle model is going to be good for the last topic. So we were talking about self-education. And my last topic of self-education, things you can do to educate yourself, is repetitive physical activities. For example, walking. There's other examples. But walking or running or mowing the lawn or doing whatever, rowing, I don't know. I don't want to make them all physical activities. It could be praying, singing, dancing, any type of activity that you do that's like you're not using your brain. So you can think of it like meditating. Like some people just sit there and repeat their mantra, and that's like meditation. So that's the last thing. That's my last tip for you on education. Self-education. All right, so there's 15 millimeters on the calipers. So let's lock that in, and we're going to cut 2 rubber band sections to 15 millimeters. So the reason I say that you can educate yourself by doing some repetitive task like walking, it leaves you alone with your brain. And it leaves you alone with your brain in a very receptive state. Because there's something like, let's take walking as an example. Your body needs to balance with every step that you take. Probably even more so if it's running than if it's walking. You're using your muscles. Every step that you take, there's neurons firing. But you're not doing the higher thinking. You're sort of available to daydream while you're walking. And you could do some of your best problem solving at this point. You also could do it while sleeping, lying there doing nothing, but the problem is you're not going to remember it if you're sleeping. So, just to give an example from my life, that's how I write. I do graphic novels, and I write them while walking. I don't have a pen and paper with me. I just write them, and I go through the story in my mind. And the next time I go walking, I go through the same story. I'm going to speak more about that in a second, but let me just also get this piece attached, but I also need another piece 90. So actually I can talk a little more while I'm getting the piece 90 out. So, for example, Decathlon Trial or 700 Nights, those are 2 of my graphic novels. I use this system. Electromagnet is another. It's like 300-page graphic novel. I use this system. But what was interesting about Decathlon Trial was that I used to do this walking and thinking about it before I was a writer. Meaning I was just thinking about that story for fun. Because I was walking and I would replay this same story in my mind, even though this story was fiction. But when I eventually started writing, I wrote that story out. but I'd already like gotten it into my brain just by walking and thinking. You can invent things that way. You know what's a good one? You got to be safe when you do it, but lawn mowing. Because there's something about lawn mowing and also snow shoveling. Snow shoveling is a little safer than lawn mowing. So let's talk about that, the snow shoveling first. It's a repetitive activity, but you're wearing a hood and you're scraping the ice and you can't hear anything. And if you're lawn mowing, you even more can't hear anything. So not only are you not thinking about anything like higher consciousness, you're not doing any problem solving, you're not listening to music, you're not watching TV, you're not using those sort of let someone else control your brain features. You're controlling your brain yourself, but you're doing a simple activity and the higher parts of your brain are available. So you can do a lot of your problem solving here. You can design what you want to do with your house, what you want to do with your backyard. You could create an invention. You could write computer programs. As I mentioned, you could write books. You can do like anything you want. You could plan your next business venture. You could solve some mystery while you're shoveling snow. So this is like an amazing skill, amazing practice that every person who wants to become self-educated needs to do is repetitive physical activities. Give your brain some space to accomplish something. So it looks like what we need to do with 90 and this previous one we put together, which I don't know, I think was maybe 87. We have to stick them on the bottom of this. And while I haven't started yet, I still haven't figured out how this rubber band comes into play. Like, where's the rubber band go? It shows, let's take the one on the left. It shows 5 lines. And those 5 lines all go to like holes, like rectangles. And then I think one of those lines goes right through the piece of rubber band. Like, I don't think that's coincidence, because if you scroll over here, it also goes through it. All right, so the one here on the right that goes through, it's in the corner. And this one is also in the corner. So the outside front corners get a piece of rubber underneath. Like, I can't even explain like why that would be. But like these two rectangles are going to get pieces of rubber. Maybe they're creating feet because we are putting these on the bottom. I don't know. Now we have to get the orientation of this correct as well. So let me just match the picture here. It's a little weird, but okay. Am I matching the picture? Does that look right? Or do I need to spin it the other way? I think we need to spin it to match the picture, right? So like this matches the picture. Yeah, I think that's right. So now, let's say we take this piece. Right. So 2 connections way up here. Okay, let's figure this out. So these 2 connections go to here and here. This connection goes to here. And then these 2. This one gets the rubber band. I have no idea why, but it does. Again, who knows if it's even important. We're going to put it in there. I don't even know how to put it in there. I'm going to do the other connections first and leave that connection for last. All right, got one of them on. Got another. Okay, there's only 2 left. And one of them is this rubber band one, which I still don't get why the hell they need that. I don't even know if I'm doing it correctly. How do I put a rubber band in here? All right, I'm going to kind of put it in there first. And then try to feed this through. That didn't work. All right, I'm just going to smash it in there. That should work, right? That worked. That's it. Just smash it in there. Why? Why do we need that rubber band? Is it like a sound dampener or something? Anyway, this is on. That's, you know, I don't really follow what we're doing here other than perhaps creating a base, but it's on. All right, so this one, this outer frontal edge is also going to get a rubber band. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth one gets the rubber band. Yeah, that back corner on both sides, that seemed to be the easiest one to start with. And then the front, do second. At least that's what I'm doing. And I'm happy with the result. All right. And then we go to the back and we deal with the rubber band. We don't have to understand why. We just do it. We're just following orders. I know. But too soon, right? Okay. 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 All right. Get that on there. This one came off. I don't know why, but it did. Guess I did something not good. That's a proper English sentence, right? I did something not good. I did something wrong. I made a mistake. And then I made a mistake describing my mistake. I made 2 mistakes, so if I remember correctly, that makes a right? 2 wrongs make a right, so I guess we're even at this point. All right. Yeah, it's a little better now that it has a base, I guess. This comb thing is falling out. It was already broken. Now it's completely fallen out. All right. What's next? We're done with page 46. So on to page 47. What? Again with this rubber band? We have to cut more sections of rubber band? 2 more 60 millimeter sections. I think we're 2 more 15 millimeter sections. I think we're just creating like feet. Like we put 2 feet on. Now we're going to put 2 more feet on. By the way, these are the 2 feet, those 2 90s. And they're just those 2 90s and 2 more sections of rubber band. So we're at 505 pieces now. All right. The reason I'm using scissors rather than an X-Acto knife, one of the reasons is I'm not working on like a cutting surface. I'm working on my normal like desk, so I don't want to ruin it. All right, there's 1 piece. I think now that I know what we're doing with these pieces, I don't think the size needs to be that precise. All right, these 90s aren't quite popped out yet. 91s, actually. They're 91s. They're just going to be feet, I think. That's all they are. I can't even tell which direction they go. Probably doesn't matter. They probably go either direction. Okay. These are garbage. All right, now we flip this back over again. And those are the connectors. You see that? There's one of those on each side. That's where we're putting the 91. Now, how does the rubber band go? Okay. So you can see in the little window there the orientation of the rubber band and the orientation of the 91. Alright, so the rubber band goes on kind of sideways there. I'm not sure how the 91 goes on. It doesn't really... I feel like I don't have a good view of that 91. Could be tricky if we do it wrong. Alright, let's just try it and see if it works. That worked. So I guess we were right. I'll tell you what, though. I don't remember what I did. So we're going to be guessing again on the other side. I wasn't paying attention to what I was doing. Just looking at it, I think I got it. All right, so we put this in here. All right, put the rubber band in there. Kind of slide it over this. And we push it on. It went so easy on the other side. All right. Okay, we got it. It's on. Okay. And I counted those. That was 4 pieces. All right, these combs are now both completely out. Push them back in. All right. Is that a whole page? That was the entire page 47? I mean, come on. That was the entire page 47. All right, page 48. What? More cutting? Now we have to cut nylon thread. I have to cut 300 millimeters of nylon thread. But really, do I have to do that twice? Or is it just like... You can measure the 300 millimeters. It's basically the size of that book. The size of the instruction book. If you look on page 48 of the instruction book, there's a 250 millimeter ruler. But the problem is that they're asking for 300 millimeters. So I think if you add... I think it's basically the size of the book. But I want to go forward and see where this is going. Okay, it's going to weave through. So you see that? It's going to weave through and it's going to connect on the other side. So I think that's really what we're looking for. So this piece is 92. And then we need a bit of string. So that's 2 pieces. That's 507. And I'm just going to blow right past page 48 and go to page 49 because nothing actually happens on page 48. This is at 49. That's where the magic happens. You see how we're weaving the thread there? We hook it on one side and then we, bob and weave and then we hook it on the other side. So that's what we're going to do. So we need the scissors again. Very popular tool tonight, the scissors. Okay. I believe this is the piece we're looking for. Do the 2 ends look the same? They look like they do. All right. So let's get some string in there. Does it go in the small pocket? Yeah, it goes in the small pocket. What side does it come out of? All right. If it's pointing down, it comes out of this front side. Wow, look at the... I just want to show you this. Look at the size of the string versus the size of where it's going. I mean, where is that going? Like, not in here. But we're going to make it happen. There you go. See? I mean, it's not like, it's flexible. It's bendable. It has action. All right, now, how do we do this swiveling stuff? We just kind of, like skiing, the slalom, downhill ski in the Olympics. Kind of like that, right? And then, yeah, and then that's it. And then through here. Now, is there any length of cord left? I don't think so, right? In fact, it kind of looks like, does it even finish? I have to see more. I have to see page 50. Well, page 50, they're just doing the other one. So, nothing to be learned. Page 50 is we're putting on another piece of string. So, we're cutting this string right now. By the way, we tied the knot. I weren't even trying to. Just accidentally tied the knot. Story old as time, isn't it? Okay. I'm leaving a little slack so that it doesn't pull out. You know, as we were talking about accidentally tying the knot. All right, so page 49, we're going to work with this piece, and we're going to do the same thing. So we're going to increment the piece counter to 509, because another piece, this piece is 93. We're on page 50 now. And we're doing another length of string. And we're just going to do it like basically the same pattern. So I'm just going to slide it in here. If we can fit it in there. And then we're just going to, same pattern. Same as before. Like bobbing and weaving. No, slalom skiing. Slalom skiing. All right. This is probably the last time they're going to have us use this rope, I think. Because otherwise, we're only going to have a little bit of rope left. So this has got to be the last time we use it. All right. Get it nice and snug there. I actually didn't even look. I see, I think it says, 300 millimeters, but I didn't measure it. If you measured it, let us know in the comments how that worked out. I'll pin your comment if you're the first one. And until I decide to unpin it for another comment. Okay, we wrapped string around two pieces. There must be some reason we did that. I don't know what that reason is yet, but I guess we're going to find out soon enough. I feel like we're really blowing through the pages today. We're now up to page 51. I'm not considering stopping, but it's, how long have we been going? 38 minutes only, but we started late, so we're already past the time we would normally finish. By the way, page 51 is done. We're now on page 52. We're like blowing by these pages without even knowing we're doing them. All right, so this second piece that we built, that's called J2. First piece is called J1. So on page 52, we're going to add J2. And I need a minute to study this because I don't really know how we're adding this. All right, looks like there's a notch in the back. So I guess if we find that notch, we'll be able to figure out what happens next. What I'm thinking is, these musical pieces, they probably install like the skinny ones, they probably install over, and the fat ones they probably lay on top of. I mean, that would just be my guess. All right, so let's see if we can figure out where this goes. So some notch in the back, right? Boy, that notch is like really in the back. Is there a circle next to it? Yeah, there is a circle next to it, so that's it. Well, this notch sort of confirms that we're in the right neighborhood. It's it's catching on the player. How are we going to get it in there without messing up with the player functionality? I can't even tell if it's on. It's maybe we left too much string. No, the string squishes. The string shouldn't be a problem. Okay, that side feels like it went in. So we need to play a bit more with this side because this side didn't feel like it went in. Let's try again. Try hopefully without breaking it. Yeah, that did not go in on this side. So we're going to try again. Can't break this piece. It's a very important piece, but it seems like it's very vulnerable to breaking. The way it's like long, skinny, stretching from one side to another. It's like how a karate master breaks a piece of wood by laying it across 2 blocks. This piece of wood is laying across 2 uprights, and that seems like a real good way to break it. All right, I got it on without breaking it, so that's good. All right. I didn't get a click, though. On the other side, I got a click. Let's take a look. They look pretty similar. Yeah, they look similar. I'm not going to worry about it. I'm going to assume that that's on. And that's the entirety of page 52. Moving on to page 53. There's only 64 pages, so we must be getting close. All right. J1, which is this piece. All right, J1 it is, right? Let's do J1. So this needs to go in this sort of front slit. You see there's a rectangle underneath it. And on the other side, there's like the same thing. So we just drop that on there, and that should do it, right? Line it up. Drop it down. Drop it like it's not really that hot. Drop it like that's what the instructions say to do. Yep, yeah, drop it like you've been instructed to. Is this side already on? It's not going any further. All right, does it look like this side? No. Now this side looks like it's down further. So this side is not done. I don't know why, but it's not. Didn't the same thing happen with the front? Why is this side like less cooperative? What the hell? It's not going in. I don't want to break it. It needs to be finessed in there. You smash it in there, you're going to break it. I think it's the piece we're putting it on, yeah. I pulled back a little on the piece that we're putting it on, but that doesn't mean anything. Because basically everyone's puzzle is going to be different. If you need to push it in, if you need to pull it out, whatever you need to do. I needed to pull it out a little bit to make it work, but maybe you'll need to push it in. Maybe you'll need to slide it forward. I don't know. You'll find out. And you'll tell us in the comments. I'm giving up on the chat. I don't think anyone's going to post right now in the chat, but you can put it in the comments. All right, so 54. Page 54. Guess what? We're finally putting on the pieces that are going to make the music. And you know what? We're putting them on exactly the way I predicted. Let's just make sure we get the pieces in the right order. So C, bouncy C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. That is 8 pieces. So that's going to bring us up to 517 pieces. So I guess right across from one to another. That's how it's going to go. Is this stuff even lined up? I don't know. Let's see what happens. All right. Let's see here. Is that still? Yeah, you can still see that. Why does the screen look so busy tonight? All right. Just to go here one more time. So you see what we're trying to do here. We're putting on the keys. Let's start by just getting these keys in order. They're in like some saran wrap or something, which I can't even get open. I'm like leaving little shreds of saran wrap everywhere. Saran wrap is like the worst invention. Is there like any alternative to that? I think there's some like cling wrap or something where it only clings to itself. Oh, I didn't mean to say saran wrap. That's like a proper noun, right? I meant to say plastic wrap that doesn't stick to anything but itself. Wow. Look at this. And this isn't even the real saran. This isn't even the real like plastic wrap. Like, you know. It's not like, I don't know who's your most reputable company in your mind, but this is probably not them. So they're coming out in like size order here, I think. They actually have letters on them as well, which I messed up, I think. You can kind of see the letters. I can't. Actually, I'm just assuming you can see them. Like, what does this say? Is there a C on there? It's really hard to tell, right? Yeah, C, B. So then this one should be A, but I don't see an A on there. All right, let's try this camera. Is there an A on there? Yeah, there's an A. Wow. You need like 2010 vision to see that. All right, what's next? G. F. I just dropped the cling wrap on the floor. In shreds, by the way. There's another shred. What was the last one? F. Oh, here's E. Yeah, we're almost there. D. And another C. All right, we're going to leave this engraving facing up. Actually, I don't know that you're supposed to do that. There's actually a caution here. And so they're also engraved with notes like do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. I don't know if that's correct, but there was a song like that, right? Sound of Music. All right, let's start doing this. That's it, huh? You just drop it on there. And then drop it in here too. So it's like snug. Snug in between these two things. All right, let's see. Do. Do, re, mi. All right, let's try for re. All right, come on. I don't know how you get this side in. There's like, I'm going to break the wood. Okay, I know how to get that side in. We're going to put it in first. And then we're going to put the other side on second. The only problem is we already put the other side on. All right, take it off. All right, we're going to put this in first, and then we're going to slide this on. That's the way to do it. Do, re. I don't know. All right. So we slide it underneath on both sides. Slide it in. Pull it back. Drop it on. All right, what's next? Next one. I can't fit my fingers in there. Well, we're building, clearly building something. Are you able to recognize the notes? They're like, I'm not sure that it's 100% tuned, but they do seem to be working. Come on. This D often doesn't ring. See that? Sometimes it takes 2 strikes to work. I don't know. I don't think it sounds that good, honestly. But let's keep building it. Oh my goodness. Not only does it not sound good, it's difficult. It's like these hammers don't always work. Oh, that one's good. You gotta really hammer these hammers if you want them to work. There's a light touch is not gonna get it done. And hammering the hammers... I just dropped a tool on the floor. Hammering the hammers is probably gonna take some life. Take some life out of them. They're not going to work as long, as good. The D is the worst one. It never works. It doesn't work. I don't know what I'm doing here. All right, let's keep moving on. So we installed the keys. I mean, that's pretty cool, right? That's what we're waiting for. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. This one sounds off. What is wrong with this one? Garbage. I don't know. They gave us a bad one. All right. What do we got here? Page 55. Let's check out page 55. So we're building some little... I don't know. It looks like a radio, honestly. 94, 95, 96, 97. 4 pieces. 94, 95, 96, and 97. That brings us to 521. We're nowhere near 573. I mean, I doubt we're doing 50 more pieces tonight. I think maybe they're player piano pieces that you put in to program songs. I'm just kind of guessing. Anyway. 90. Where's 9? Yeah, there's 94. 95 is this big piece that we got to be careful getting out. Yeah, I think I broke it a little bit. 95. Oh, man. It's stuck. Alright, you didn't even see that. Anyway. I'm getting the pieces out. This was 95. And I kind of broke it getting it out. But such is life. There's 96. There's 97. We seem to be building like a separate piece. Where is this going to attach, or is this like sit? Is it like, it looks like a speaker. Like, Is it going to attach somewhere and amplify the sound? I don't know. Let's see what happens. All right, 94. Yeah, it's going to attach somewhere. So it starts like this. Okay. '94. We attached 95 to 94. I just drive these tabs in. Right. All right. Got it halfway in there. All right, now this is piece 96, and it's going to slide along the bottom here. It's going to hit one pin. There's like that circle in there, and then there's a notch at the top. So this goes in the circle, this goes in the notch. So this is going to open, right? When it's a circle. I think that means it's openable. No, that doesn't move. I don't think that's going to open. A circle normally indicates you can open it, but they didn't have us wax the piece, so probably not going to open. And then the remaining piece is going to go over here. And that's going to lock everything in. But I think I'm doing it wrong somehow. Yeah, like this. This is how it goes. Notch, circle, pins. Okay, there's a lot to connect here. Including up here. Yeah, there's a lot. It's like difficult because there's, what, 6 connections to make? But I don't want to press too hard because I don't want to break this accordion piece. That definitely is looking more and more like a speaker. This thing we're building right now. I mean, look at this. That looks like a speaker, doesn't it? I don't have a single pin in yet. Alright. There's 2. Let's get the easy one for 3. Let's get the top one. That one's very important. The other ones came out. I felt it. I felt it with my hand. The ones that we've gotten in, they're now out. Okay. I don't know. I feel like I need like a tool to get in there and pull these out. Yeah, there we go. Come on. There we go. Come on. You know, I feel like I'm going to have to, I'm not going to finish this tonight. I'm just, I'm getting to the point where I'm not making progress. And often when I get to that point, I'll like waste 30, 40 minutes. So I think it's just not going to be finished tonight, which is good. I can come up with another self-education topic for the final night of this puzzle, which will probably be tomorrow. Come on, get in there. I feel like if I force this, I'm going to break it. But if I don't force it, it's not going to go in. All right, I have an idea. I'm going to grab it by its neck and pull it up. All right, will that go in now? Not quite. I can see that it's not lined up. By the scruff of the neck. That looks good. Let's get that in there. Nope, still not going in. All right, let's just lift. just lift. Use one side to lift. It's not happening. Well, I got it. I was about to say let's just move on. And then as soon as I formed the sentence in my brain, we completed it. All right, I don't know what we completed, but here it is. We completed page 55, that's for sure. So let's take a look at page 56. So 55, we built this stupid thing here. 56, we add the stupid thing underneath. What do you think? It's just for show, or is it actually going to make things louder? It looks like it slides in there, which is unexpected. All right, let's make this happen. Slide it in there. Slide it in where? Underneath. What? Okay, there's a crank on one side. And yeah, there's I don't know, place to slide this in on the other side. Let's see if we can get that in there. Why do they want it slid in? Like, what does that do for anything? It's kind of stuck. Well, maybe it's done. Maybe that's as far as it goes. It looks like it can go a little bit further. But I don't know if I'm gonna like break something. Yeah, I don't know. It's not going any further. Let's see. I don't know if it matters. All right, let's just try playing this thing. I don't know. I don't know if it's any different. All right, 57. Oh. What? Oh, that's storage. That's storage for the player piano pieces. But we put it in backwards. Oh, so we pull it out. So we put it in just to pull it back out and then to slide out the pieces. So it needs to go like in and out. So this is just storage of the player piano pieces. This piece that we did previously, but I somehow jammed it in there so good that it doesn't come back out. Because you're supposed to come back out so you can open that little door and you can put the pieces in. So let's just grab a few pieces. I don't even know how many pieces. Let's just count them. Let's just count how many pieces there are. So 98. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Let's just do a rough estimation. 3 rows of 18. So what are we looking at there? Like 54 pieces. Let's call it 52 pieces. Maybe one of these rows is short. I'll tell you why I say that. Because 52 pieces will bring us to 573, whereas 54 pieces would bring us to 575, and we'd be over. So it means that we're done. All that's left is the player piano pieces. And that box that we built, it goes into the storage. So let's just try to use the player piano. Let's see here. Page 58. What is page 58? Putting the box back in. So page 57 is taking the box out and loaded up with player piano pieces. And page 58 is putting the box back in place. But I want to actually make a song. So it's done now. So crank the thing and it's done. So here's the song. So we can make a song. If you can see there. There's a song. We could play the song or we could crank the player piano. Let's try cranking the player piano a bit. Since that's what we're trying to do here. We're trying to test out a model. A puzzle, a model, whatever you want to call it. So let's see if we can do a few notes of this. Wow, I just broke the whole thing. All right, so C, D, E. Yeah, okay, so it starts at this end. All right, so the first one, I think it goes in this way maybe. Which way does it go in? The player piano. Just trying to figure out how it goes in there. This is crazy. All this to program the song? Alright, well, we have to at least do a test run. I just, where's the best place to load them? When is this at its strongest? Back here, maybe? Alright, let's try to load back here. I don't know how we're going to get these out again. I broke it. I broke it trying to load it. So, I'm sure we have an extra of that piece. But we also could just skip that. So let's try to do a song that doesn't involve, basically skips over this row. So pull that back out here. So loading these player piano pieces seems not easy. We were doing it backwards. Okay. So the way I was doing it was wrong. I was trying to push the small end in first. You actually put the fat end in first. I don't know if it's going to work any better this way, but let's try. I'm probably going to break another piece. Alright, so fat ends first. I don't know if that's like as snug as it needs to be or not. They say to wax these pieces as well. So let me wax them as I put them in. Alright, so those two notes. Am I doing this backwards? No, I think I'm doing it correct. Alright. First two pieces. I think I didn't get this one in far enough. And but if I try to push it in further, we know we'll break that piece of wood. So let me try to wax it. That seems to be what the answer is. Yeah, I can't support this from the other side, which means I'm gonna break the pieces. All right. So these two notes, skip this one, which is good because it's broken. Alright, now the next one, that's the middle note. Next one gets just this note. What's the timing pattern for this? Just equal, I guess. I mean, it skips one. I think these notes are not going to last long because they have that that rope, and the rope is going to kind of dull the sound. All right, the next one goes out to 4. By the way, it looks like I programmed this. I'm programming it backwards. I suppose I could take out the pieces. You know what? I'll just program it backwards. I'll just start programming from here. So there's going to be 2 random notes there. Is it only 2? I could just pluck them out. I'm going to start programming in the other direction. So skip 1. I got to redo it because I messed up. Skip this one, put in here. All right. And then next one here. Next one goes out to the 4th. Got to remember to wax these pieces if you want them to go in there. All right. We're programming Carol of the Bell. That's the song we're programming. We don't know if it's going to work, but that's what we're trying. There's a second note on this 4th beat. All right. The next beat, by the way, we're supposed to skip a beat. The third, let me see, 2. This is tough to program. It would be like easier to play it. Okay, 2, skip, 1, 1, and then this one. This is wrong. It's supposed to be just 1 here. Should be able to pinch these and take them out. They look like that would work. All right, so it's supposed to be on the 3rd one. And then skip a beat. And then do the 1st and the 4th. All right. I'm anxious to crank this. Should we keep programming the whole song or start cranking? I feel like let's program the whole song, because if we start cranking and it doesn't work, but if it does work, you're going to want to hear the whole song. But if we start cranking and it doesn't work and it messes everything up, then we're never going to hear the song. All right, 2, skip, 1, 1, 3, skip, 1, 4, skip, 2. I know I should be saying the notes, but I'm just like translating this thing from this instruction book. And I'm just like copying it exactly. All right, so the 2. After that is a 1. After that is a 3. Then skip and another 1, 4. Okay, so it's repeating at that point. So I think after that, well, at that point we're almost done doing the whole song. We might as well finish it. I probably should open the instruction book because it's like kind of like sideways. Either that or maybe just turn this sideways just until I finish programming this. So All right, we're going to get half a song. I'm going to start running this, see what happens. I predict the pieces will fall out and we won't hear any music, but let's see. There we go. We're cranking. Those hammers are moving, but they're not making any sounds. All right. We tried. We tried to get that player piano to play, and it didn't. Let's just try to play it ourselves. All right, I'm going to dig this out, because this is like jammed at this point. So I'm going to kind of undo it there. Well, actually, I'm not undoing it. I'm pulling it all the way through to get it out of the way. So it's back up top. Theoretically, we could keep programming it. But the reason I did this is just to get these available again. All right, so let's try to just play it with our fingers. I don't know, does that sound like Carol of the Bell? Let me try that again. Oh, messed up. I don't know. It takes a lot of concentration. It's definitely not helping that the instructions are going one direction and the keyboard's going another direction. So this is on page 60. So let's get our pages right here. Let's go to page 60 so I can set up the booklet so that it's in the same direction that I'm trying to play. That's going to help. Carol of the Bell. All right. Okay, now I'll face in the same way. It'll be better. Okay, whatever. Next song. Let's see the next one. What's the next song? All right. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. I don't know what version of Happy Birthday that is. Either I played it wrong or that didn't look familiar. All right, Ode to Joy. If I mess this up, then I just don't know how to play music. All right. I think I played that really badly, but maybe we can do better on a second effort. All right. I also think I was playing it backwards. All right. This is going to be better. I'll play it correctly this time. All right. One more time. Okay. One more time. One more time. I think we can do this. Oh, I went the wrong direction. Sorry. Oh my goodness. It's almost there. One more try. But again, this just doesn't sound that good. I mean, it's like there's not much I can do. I don't know. Maybe someone can make it sound better. I don't know. It's half me, half the machine. How about that? All right. Last attempt. Maybe. All right. This is it. Closer. Closer. Let's try one more time. All right. Last time that I'm signing off. Okay. I'm signing off, then one more time. I'm John Rapp. This is Just Rest Your Eyes. Good night, and see you tomorrow.